Hi everybody, my name is Ben and I am a zookeeper here at the Minnesota Zoo. I work mostly on the Northern Trail and Russia's Grizzly Coast, and one of the species I'm fortunate enough to work with are the bison, which you can see here behind me. Bison are a really cool animal. They're the largest land mammal in North America. At the turn of the century, the last century, so around 1900, they were almost extinct actually, between hunting and other pressures from people. Fortunately, there were a few little smaller populations in Yellowstone, and actually the Bronx Zoo had a small herd, and with those animals we were able to actually breed and increase the numbers, and now there's quite a few bison throughout the West in both private herds and public lands and state parks. A big thing we do here at the Minnesota Zoo and in Minnesota in general is we work very closely with the Minnesota DNR. And we keep track of genetics, and we have our bison here. There is a park in southwest Minnesota called Blue Mountain State Park. They've had bison since the 60s. And there's another park south of the cities as well, Minneopa State Park, that has a smaller herd of bison. And all these guys have been genetically tested. They're as pure bison as you can get. There were a lot of issues with bison interbreeding with cattle. So we wanted to try to eliminate those extra genes if we could. So these guys are all tested for that. We actually have 8 bison here right now. We brought 2 in from a small zoo called Oxbow down by Rochester. Their genes are not expressed in the population between the DNR and we work with. So hopefully we'll get them in here, and we'll have some calves next year that will bring in their genetics. So that's a huge part of the conservation part of what we do here at the zoo, and not just with bison, but with a lot of animals. And we've had a lot of help working very, very closely between us, the Minnesota DNR, and the Shakopee Midwakanton Sioux community. They've helped both financially and just talking through things like that. So that's a lot of stuff about bison in a short amount of time.